Hello everyone! I've prepared another batch of awesome life hacks for you that really work. Let's get started! When I buy a new block of butter, I divide it into individual portions. This saves me time when preparing dishes later on. To do this, I cut parchment paper into equal rectangles. I fold each rectangle in half, place a knife at the fold and slice the butter. Now, each individual piece of butter can be wrapped in this parchment and stored in a container. This simple act of preparation streamlines kitchen tasks, making cooking more efficient and enjoyable. Although a can's lid is designed for ease of opening, it can often be a pain to deal with. I'll show you how to open it effortlessly. Just insert a spoon into the tap, slide it to the end and use it as a lever. It's super easy. Did you know that you can cook eggs in the oven instead of water? I just take an egg tray and place it in the oven for half an hour. Then I cool them in cold water to make peeling easier. The eggs turn out perfect this way. Most vegetable peelers have this little feature. It's designed to remove the eyes from the potatoes, but I've found another use for it. With a few simple motions, you can quickly and conveniently slice potatoes into fries. And when you're frying those potatoes, to prevent oil from splattering, just add some regular salt to the oil. The salt will instantly absorb moisture, which is the main cause of splattering. Even look at the sides. There are no drops of oil. But if you do get some oil splatters on your clothes, don't worry. You can easily remove such stains. Simply cover the stain with baking soda and spread it evenly. Let the garment sit for 1 to 2 hours. Baking soda has the ability to absorb the oil. While the baking soda is doing its magic, I'll continue to share more helpful life hacks. At the end of the video, I'll show you what happened to the stain. This is a typical way everyone squeezes juice out of a lemon. Doing it this way, I managed to get 47 grams. But if you want to increase that yield, try slicing the lemon like this and squeeze each segment separately. By doing so, I managed to extract almost double the amount, a full 84 grams. Nobody believes, but it really works. For those who cook with a stainless steel pan, here's a clever trick to check if it's reached the right temperature. Start by heating your pan on the stove. After a while, sprinkle a bit of water into it. If the water simply bubbles and sits in place, the pan isn't hot enough yet. But when you see the water droplets skittering across the surface dancing around the pan, you'll know it's perfectly heated and ready for cooking. This visual cue ensures your pan is at the ideal temperature for whatever you're about to sear, sauté or fry. And now, for a seamless transition from cooking to cleaning, let me share a straightforward tip for tackling a dirty pan. Simply place it on a lit stove, drop in a piece of lemon, add a tablespoon of baking soda and a splash of vinegar. Allow this concoction to bubble for 3 minutes, then dispose of the mixture. The final step is a quick rinse with clean water, leaving your pan spotlessly clean with minimal fuss. Next, here's another way to use vinegar and lemon. Cut the lemon into small pieces, put it in a jar and add 200 ml of vinegar. Close the lid and let it infuse for several days. Then, strain the infusion and add the same amount of water. Now, pour it into a spray bottle. You've got a working cleaning agent for any metal surfaces. Faucets, the fridge, sinks, it cleans everything. Wrapping up our vinegar hacks, here's a gem from a friend in the restaurant industry. Combine 1 tablespoon of vinegar with 400 ml of distilled water and pour it into a spray bottle. This mixture is your new go-to for sparkling dishes. Just a quick spray and rinse, and your dishes won't just shine, they'll squeak with cleanliness. Moving on to a cheesy delight, Brie chips. Here's a quick and easy way to make them. Gently unwrap the Brie from its packaging. Now carefully slice it. Place the slices on parchment paper and microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. Once cooled, you'll have crispy, delicious Brie chips to enjoy. In my kitchen, the air fryer is a frequently used tool, but this means it often requires cleaning. I'm going to show you the best and easiest way to clean it. Here's what you'll need: dish detergent, baking soda, vinegar and water. Combine these everyday kitchen staples in a bowl. Once you've got your mixture ready, place it inside the air fryer and set the timer for 10 to 15 minutes. This combination works wonders in loosening grime and grease. After the time is up, carefully remove the bowl and pour out the solution. The final step is a gentle but thorough wipe down using a sponge under running water. This process not only cleans but also deodorizes your air fryer, leaving it sparkling and fresh. Do you need to defrost meat quickly? Here's the trick. Take a bowl, fill it with water, add salt and stir. Immerse the meat in the water. In just about 12 to 15 minutes, your meat will be defrosted and ready to cook. If you have products stored in plastic bags that you don't use often, it's crucial to store them correctly. Simply closing them with clips doesn't work since air and moisture still gets in, causing them to go stale quickly. For long-term storage, it's essential to seal the bag tightly. For this, you'll need an iron and some toilet paper. First, lay the paper on the table. Place the edge of the bag on it and wrap it in the paper. Now glide a hot iron over it. And there you have it. The bag is securely sealed. Struggling with stubborn cup stains on your table? Let me walk you through a simple solution. Just soak a few paper towels in water, rinse them out, and then lay them over the stains. Now, gently iron over the damp towels. And watch as the stains vanish with ease. I've often shared in my videos how I grate cheese using a horizontal grater, no cutting board or plate needed. Just grate directly into the grater and then pour the cheese into your dish. It's that simple. Do you know the secret to making your bacon perfectly crispy and delicious? It's in flour. Add your favorite spices to the flour. In my case, it's dried garlic, smoked paprika, and coriander. Lay out the bacon on a tray and generously sprinkle it with the mixture on both sides. Now, bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes on convection mode. And voila! Crispy and super tasty bacon is ready. And if you've bought a lot of bacon, here's how to store it efficiently. You'll need a sheet of parchment paper. Lay out the bacon on it, ensuring they don't overlap. Then, roll the parchment paper and cut between slices of bacon. This method allows you to easily separate individual pieces later without them sticking together. Next, place everything in a Ziploc bag and store it in the freezer. It's time to share a superb method that can make even the oldest pot look like new. For this method, fill a large pot with 2 liters of water and then heat it up. Add 2 tablespoons of baking soda and 80 milliliters of vinegar. Be careful as it might overflow slightly due to the chemical reaction between the soda and acid. Then, place a piece of foil at the bottom and put the dirty pot inside this cleaning solution. Boil for 10 to 15 minutes. After boiling, use a metal sponge to scrub away the loosened dirt. Look how easy it cleans off. Voila! The pot will look like new. If your blender isn't grinding well, it means it's become dull. But there's a solution. Just put a few pieces of foil in the blender bowl and blend for 2 to 3 minutes. This way, the blade will become sharp again. Are you looking for a clever trick that lets you fry up your favorite foods while keeping your pan spotless? I've got just the thing for you: parchment paper. Here's what you do. Take the amount of parchment paper you need, give it a good crumble, and then smoothly line your pan with it. This simple step transforms your cooking experience. Let me give you a practical demonstration of this clever hack. I'll fry an egg with tomatoes to show you exactly how it works. And guess what? Cleanup is a breeze. Your pan remains as clean as new. So go ahead, try this hack and enjoy mess-free cooking. Paper towels are indispensable lie in the kitchen, especially for dealing with a grimy grill. Here's a neat trick. Soak a few towels in water and lay them over the grill. Then, close the grill and turn it on for a few minutes. The heat and steam combine to loosen the grease and dirt, which the moist towels will readily absorb, making your cleaning task significantly easier. For pickle lovers, here's a clever trick. Place a piece of paper towel in the pickle jar to ensure even marinating of all your cucumbers. Next, I'll demonstrate a few tricks with a lemon. Let's start with a simple method to squeeze out the maximum amount of juice from a single lemon. You'll need a bottle with a metal cap for this. Cut the lemon in half and use the bottleneck with cap to press out the juice. Here's how much juice I got using the bottle. And here's the amount from squeezing it the traditional way. Now I'll show you an interesting lemon decoration for your fruit plate. Start by slicing off the top and the bottom of the lemon. Then, pierce it with a knife as I have done. Next, using another knife, make two diagonal cuts on both sides of the first knife, just like this. Finally, remove the knife to reveal two uniquely sliced lemon halves. Here's a genius life hack. When you're almost out of ketchup in a bottle, many people try to hit the bottle or tap it. That's totally wrong. Watch this. Simply step back a bit from the table and spin it like this. Brilliant! All the ketchup is now near the cap. By the way, this works with anything like cream or shower gel. When you've completely run out of ketchup, don't rush to throw the bottle away. Clean and dry it. Now add yogurt, an egg, salt, sugar, baking powder and flour. Close it and shake well. You now have pancake batter. It can be stored in the fridge for up to 3 days. And the best part is that it's very convenient to squeeze perfect circles of pancake from such a bottle. If you don't have a garlic press on hand, you can always use a sieve. Look how quickly and neatly it minces the garlic. Now I'll show you a clever trick for reviving yesterday's pasta from the fridge, making it as tender as if it were freshly made. Simply drench the pasta in boiling water and let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. After that, just drain off the water and it's ready to enjoy. I've noticed that many of my friends throw away vegetable scraps. Don't do that. You can make vegetable broth from them. Put them in a pot, cover with water and simmer for 30 minutes. Once it's done, the broth can be easily stored. Pour it into paper cups and place them in the freezer. This way, you're not just saving your scraps, you're prepping for future meals. Need a quick base for soups or sauces? Grab a cup of your frozen homemade broth, thaw it and elevate your meal instantly. Don't rush to discard the jar when you finish a jar of jam. By adding vegetable oil, apple cider vinegar, mustard and a touch of salt, then giving it a good mix, you can create a delightful dressing for a summer salad. Annoyed by peeling off stickers? It's easy to solve. Just heat the sticker on the stove. The glue will soften and it will peel off very easily. Did you know you can freeze pancake batter? I use regular ice cube trays. Just pour the butter into the molds, close the lid and place it in the freezer. When you want pancakes, heat up a frying pan and add the necessary amount of butter cubes. Voila! Perfect pancakes! Does it annoy when something boils over your stove? Now it's no longer a problem. Just drop an ice cube into the boiling water. See how wonderfully that works. Well, now that my pasta is ready, I'll show you a neat trick to easily drain the water using an ordinary toothpick. Just put it in the space between the pot's lid and its rim. Want to see the quickest way to separate corn kernels from the cup? You'll need the pineapple knife for that. The secret to perfect juiciness in cutlets? Ice cube trays. Fill them with broth and freeze. Then, while frying the cutlets, place a broth cube in the middle of each one for maximum juiciness. Do you enjoy coffee with milk froth? Let me show you 3 simple and convenient methods to create it. The first method using a French press. Fill the French press with milk about a third of its capacity. Place the lid on top, then pump the plunger up and down vigorously for about 15 to 20 seconds until the milk doubles in volume due to the froth. Pour the frothy milk into your coffee. The second method using a whisk. Pour the milk in the glass, take your whisk, either a regular one or the whisk attachment from a mixer. Vigorously whisk the milk for about 1 to 2 minutes or until it's frothy and has roughly doubled in volume. Pour the frothy milk over your coffee. The third method, using a jar with a lid. Fill a jar no more than halfway with milk. Secure the lid tightly. Shake the jar as hard as you can for about 30 seconds to a minute until the milk is frothy and has roughly doubled in volume. Pour your coffee into the frothy milk, add a cocktail straw and enjoy. Ever hesitated to use your blender thinking about the cleanup afterward? I've been there, but there's a neat trick I've discovered. First, slot the blade into the blender. Just pour a bit of dish soap into the bowl, followed by some water. Cover it up and give it a blend for about 15 to 30 seconds. And there you have it, remarkably tidy. After blending with dish soap, a quick rinse under the tap leaves the blade and bowl looking almost new. No more tedious scrubbing. Your blender is ready for its next use with minimal fuss. If you find your butter too hard and need to soften it quickly, this hack is for you. Simply pour boiling water into a glass, empty it, then cover the butter with the warm glass for a few minutes. Look how soft butter becomes. It's highly effective and incredibly quick. Next up, I'm going to show you a viral life hack with a blender. If you don't have a food grinder and need to grind something, use a blender. Pour nuts, or pepper, or coffee, well, anything to the blender. Cover it with film and turn it on. A few seconds and your coffee is ready for brewing. Enjoy! If you're planning to cook fish for dinner, here's a life hack on how to remove the skin quickly and easily. Place the fish on the grill with the skin side up and pour boiling water over it. Now the skin can be easily peeled off. Often, when people use these types of gloves for washing dishes, they do it incorrectly.
Yo man, what are you doing?
If you have to raise your arm while washing, dirt and water will flow down onto your hand and your clothes. To prevent this, perform a very simple action. Fold the cuff of the glove to create a pocket. Now when you raise your arm, the water will be caught in the pocket and won't reach your hand. Ever struggled with slicing a bell pepper? Let me show you a trick. Start with the pepper stem facing down. This gives you a stable base. Now, slice from the top to the bottom, following the natural curves. No need to be exact with the spacing, just ensure you're cutting evenly around. Once you open it, you'll see the seeds neatly attached to the stem, mostly at the bottom, making them easy to remove. And just like that, you've got a neatly sliced bell pepper minus the mess. Now let's let's look at a few cool garlic life hacks. First, an easy way to peel a lot of garlic quickly. Cut off the bottom of the bulb and microwave it for 30 seconds. Now the cloves pop out of their skins effortlessly. You can also easily peel garlic using a jar. Put a few garlic bulbs with their bottoms cut off in a jar and shake for about 1 to 2 minutes. Now take out the garlic, and it's all peeled. Now let's discover an easy way to mince garlic without a knife or press. Just grab parchment paper, place the garlic on it, then gently fold the paper over to completely encase the garlic. Then heat it with something heavy, like a jar. The result? Quick, perfectly minced garlic, with minimal effort and no messy cleanup. There are many ways on YouTube showing how to create tongs from regular spoons or forks. I'll demonstrate the most effective and reliable method using a binder clip. You can also fashion tongs out of forks. With these DIY tongs, you can grasp just about anything. Did you know that it is more convenient to store a cake in a plastic container if you invert it, so that the lid serves as the base? Buying large cans of tomato paste can save money, but there's a problem. After the first use, the paste often molds. To prevent this, put the paste into Ziploc bag. Spread it evenly with the rolling pin. And pop it in the freezer. This way the paste will consume minimum space. Before you toss out those onion and garlic skins, think again. They can be transformed into a delicious seasoning for potatoes, packed with essential oils to elevate your dish. To prepare the seasoning, start by rinsing the onion and garlic skins in water. Next, spread them out on a baking tray and put them in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Then turn off the oven and let the skins dry out completely for another 5 minutes. Once dry, grind the skins into a fine powder using a blender. Now you've got a unique and flavorful spice ready to enhance your potato dishes. Finally, as I promised, I'll show you how baking soda can remove an oil stain. Try it out, it really works. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give a video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.